I said this during the game, and it took me so long. People just weren't looking at the clip of this. Like, I remember looking up Caitlyn Clark, and I'm like, this is assist of the year. I watched it in real time, and I was like, holy shit. Like, that's literally all I was saying. I was like, holy shit. Like, this is one of the best plays we've ever seen from Caitlyn Clark. And not that many people were that, not that they weren't open to it, but not that many people were like saying that. Not that many people were like, yeah, like this play was insane. But for me, and obviously, look, this is an AI enhanced image. That isn't quite Caitlyn Clark. Like, it's clear that it's almost Caitlyn Clark. This is obviously an AI enhanced image. But this happened. This clearly happened. And this, for me, is... Caitlyn's made some great passes. The only pass I could say maybe is better than this in her career was the one she went, like, behind the back and through the legs to Aaliyah Boston. Or behind the back through somebody else's legs to Aaliyah Boston, and Aaliyah just blew the layup. I think that was in the 19-assist game, and it wasn't even an assist. But, like, even in real time, this was one of the most ridiculous things I'd ever seen. I'm like... How, like, I don't think people get it, how difficult that pass is to throw. There is no angle here for this pass. I watched this a million times. I'm like, where did the ball go? Like, she threw the ball here with spin on it. Like, she threw it at it. Like, there should not be an angle for this pass. There shouldn't be. In this scenario here, there should not be an angle for this pass. Like, if she tries to throw it to Michaela Timpson, this should be a turnover. And she somehow finds a way to get it to KK for a wide open layup. I was so scared KK was going to miss the layup. Like, that is so impressive. That's so impressive. Like, there are genuinely, like, some plays that you are just kind of in shock that Caitlyn Clark makes. There are some plays where you're just like, there's no other player. Yes, there are players in the NBA that can make this play. Yes, LaMelo Ball can make this play. Luka can make this play. Trae Young can make this play. There is a reason why, like, I'm not even going to say that. I think it's going to be very difficult when it's all said and done. She's going to be the GOAT. I think it's going to be hard. I think it's going to be really, really hard just because by the time people get bored of Aja, she's going to have 6 MVPs. And I can't see Caitlyn Clark playing till she's like 38. I just can't. Like, I think the likelihood of Caitlyn Clark giving it 12 years in the WNBA and packing in at 34, that feels kind of like what's going to happen at some stage. I don't think she's going to have the accolades. But she is a one-of-a-kind player. Like, Chelsea Gray is not making this pass. Why? Because Chelsea Gray is not getting triple teamed in that drive. Olivia Miles is not making this pass because she's not getting triple teamed on that drive. There are players that are capable of making accurate passes. There are none that are capable of making the same passes that Caitlyn Clark is. Why? Because she draws double and triple teams. I've said it tons of times. The difference between Caitlyn Clark and any other passer in the WNBA is that she's able to execute the pass and she creates the space. And yes, that leads to more turnovers. Absolutely. But when you watch the games and you see, especially in this game, by the way, she had already had 5 turnovers when she threw this pass. She was on 5 first half turnovers. First quarter turnovers. She ended the game on 5. If you are going to create wide open spaces from being double and triple teamed, if you don't have the balls to attack the gaps that you create because you're scared of turning the ball over, It is for nothing. Those gaps are for nothing. The space you create for others is for nothing if you're too scared of seeing a turnover in the stat sheet that you're not going to make the pass. There are times Caitlyn Clark, it's one of the funniest things with Caitlyn Clark is there are games, if you watch her play, there are games when she has what you call it. There are games where she's had 8 turnovers and she's been super careful with the ball. It's literally just that she's been double and triple teamed and she's been trying to find people wide open under the basket. There are games where she has had 4 turnovers where she's been careless with the ball. She's dribbled it off her feet twice. She's thrown the ball to the other team twice for no reason. And then she's been passive and scared to do anything. Most of Caitlyn's low turnover games have literally been from passiveness. And I've always said this. Aggressive turnovers are greater than passive play and low turnover count. It is what it is. Like, that is just the way ball is. And it's so funny people don't understand basketball trying to talk about, like, trying to pretend the turnovers are the biggest deal in the world. Magic Johnson, James Harden, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook didn't lead the NBA in turnovers in his MVP year, but he was second in all-time turnovers because James Harden broke the all-time record and finished second in MVP that year. But let's just say, players that have won MVPs that have led the league in turnovers during or in their prime. Magic Johnson multiple times. Luka Doncic, not one MVP, but MVP level player. LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Steve Nash. All these players have led the league in turnovers. Nobody cares. Nobody cares. Like, Caitlyn turning the ball over in the first 4 times in the first minute of a game. Like, it's not the same thing. And if you want a Caitlyn Clark being passive, you don't get this shit. If you want a passive Caitlyn Clark that's not leading the league in turnovers, because of the way she gets guarded, the double and triple teams she gets, and the passes she is willing to throw to take advantage of the double and triple teams, you get a worse version of Caitlyn Clark. You get a much, much worse version of Caitlyn Clark. Yes, obviously. There are situations where you're like, okay, would you prefer that she not turn the ball over so much? Sure. But no player is perfect. And if the trade-off for her being the greatest playmaker and just a superhuman playmaker is that she's going to turn it over more times than any other player, but at the same time generate 50. I reckon Caitlyn Clark generates between assists and hockey. There's no one that has more hockey assists than Caitlyn. Because a lot of the time, Caitlyn off the double hits somebody, and then what happens is that the defense has to swing to that person, and there's a wide open layup. There's nobody that creates advantages like Caitlyn Clark. And if the trade-off for being the player that creates advantages by so much of a significant amount, while being able to do the spectacular, while being the best player to watch, while clearly leading the greatest offense to ever play the sport, if the trade-off is a couple of turnovers, fuck it. You don't want her turning the ball over like she did against Toronto, where she went off her feet twice in a row. You don't want her turning the ball over like she did against Vegas down the stretch. Live ball turnover, dumb turnover. You don't want that. But there are games where she has 7 turnovers, and not one of those turnovers are consequential to the to the score of the game, but she'll have 10 assists that will completely change the whole game. That's what you want to see. That is what you want to see.